Yes, we're requesting the freedom of Roger Stones now. Here's the number to call, 202-456-1414. Call as soon as possible. This man was kidnapped from his home, and even though innocent, the communist movement or the Democrat Party, which has been taken over by the communist movement and Islamic movement, has accused this innocent man for saying the truth, for being on the side of truth and denouncing corruption in the Democrat Party and the treason acts of the Democrats, so-called Democrats, but they're not Democrats anymore. Now they're the CPUSA of America, officially. We're also requesting the freedom of another political prisoner. This man right here. This is the man whose freedom we are requesting. His name is Daniel Ferrer Garcia. He was kidnapped from his home together with a whole bunch of other political prisoners, which I think amount to 125, with him including 126, if I'm not mistaken. This man is innocent just for denouncing the violations of human rights in the communist regime of Cuba. He was in prison. He is now suffering tortures in the hands of the communists in Cuba, with the rest of all of these other political prisoners who are also in prison, also being tortured, all of them. We also requested the freedom of the political prisoners of China, of Venezuela, Nicaragua, and North Korea. Here once again, good morning, everybody. Good morning to all my fellow American compatriots. Here to inform on what's happening and denouncing corruption and abuses and terrorism. Let me start off with from the religion of peace. This is what's happening. These people are just, they're just terrible. They're just terrible. And we keep letting them in. And there's a lot of bunch of liberals saying that they're a religion of peace. No matter what they do against us, no matter how many Christians they kill or non-believers they kill, they still call them a religion of peace. That's the liberals. You got Michael Moore, a great example of the evilness of the liberals. It's not the ignorance, it's the evilness, because they know what's happening. It's just that they're pure evil. Boko Haram kills nearly 150 soldiers in an attack on 2 countries by Gabriel Reyes. Okay, this was written by Gabriel Reyes. Boko Haram terrorist kills at least 92 Chadian soldiers in the deadliest attack on the nation's forces. Chad President Idris Deby said on Tuesday, the group killed at least 50 Nigerian troops in a separate attack. So altogether, that would be 200. It was 150, and then the separate attack was 50 Nigerian troops, was 200. What happened with the drones? Don't we have a military advisor that can help them shoot drones into these groups? If it's not helping, shoot drones into them. What the hell happened with the drones? What, they're on vacation or something? Listen to this one. America's most anti-Christian president. They're referring to Barack Obama. Okay. I even hate to read about him because I can't stand him. This guy was the worst, the most dangerous, the most deadly president in U.S. history. He was a terrorist, a Muslim, a communist, and he coolly supported all the terrorist acts that occurred in the United States. Not only that, he supported economically these terrorists overseas. Iran, with what I think was to 150 billion, I think was more, which was sent in dollar bills and in pallets of dollar bills. This guy was the most treacherous, evil person that was selected by the American people for president of the United States. Thank God I didn't vote for this guy. I more or less understood, I kind of figure out this guy. I said, well, maybe you could give him. Well, when he won, I still was against him. But when he won, I said, well, maybe give him a chance to see what happens. And people won't learn because they won't read history. If it would have been up to me, I wouldn't. As a matter of fact, thank God I didn't vote for him. Period. Because I kind of figure out something wasn't right about this guy. First of all, when I saw a photo of one of the election officers, I think it was in Texas, with the figure of Che Guevara, a murderer, a mass murderer, an Argentinian mass murderer who went to live in Cuba and help the communists there execute even innocent people, like sons who went to see their fathers, and he would just pass them on and execute the father together with the son. That was Che Guevara, who people idealize. A lot of liberals idealize what I've known without even reading the history of this evil figure in communist history. And this guy, alias Bobby Soetoro, who was born with that name, Obama, that's how much he hated the United States. He didn't want to have an American name. He wanted to have a Muslim name. And people voted for him. Sometimes I wonder why we have elections, because the people are so incredibly stupid or naive. I would call more stupid than naive, because even if you put the truth right in front of them, they'll still vote for people like this, just because they think it's kind of a fad. Let's go to the next one here. Liberal poison in the minds of our youth. That was the title. I put that one apart from the original title, which says at home sex education, digital media teaches children watching porn is normal. Do you hear that? Teaching kids porn is normal. What can I do? I don't know what's happening, Trump. What's happening down there, up there? They can be censored. They can be arrested for doing this, for poisoning the minds of our youth. Kids who probably just, the only thing they know how to do is urinate on themselves in bed. Look what's happening in communist California. This guy, I think it's David Newsom. Let me see if I forget his name. Let me see, it's right here. Governor Gavin Newsom. I said David. Gavin Newsom. This guy's just as criminal as the ex-president we used to have. California, listen to this. California lets convicted murderers of children and pregnant women out of jail amidst coronavirus panic. That's this entity from hell. This communist, the communist governor of California. Let's go to the next one. Over 150 illegal aliens detained in Pennsylvania begin hunger strike demanding release. Deport them. What's the matter? Deport them. What the hell's the matter with your head? Hey, Department of Justice, what the hell is the matter? What's happening up there? You can't deport them? The president doesn't have any power, but the communists do, which is the Democrat Party, which is run by the communists, do. I don't want to read this lady about this lady. It's just terrible. Now, I want to show you something that is unbelievable. This is how deranged and incredibly evil liberals are. Watch this. I think it's 2 videos here. A guy from Amazon spitting on a package which is delivered. Spitting on a, let me show the photo because everybody that's listening to me is going to say, oh, he's lying. There you go. A guy from Amazon, let me put down the title here so you can all see it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, there you go. It says, watch this disgusting Amazon delivery guy caught on video spitting on a package. Let me put this a video. This a video. Let me put the video on. I want you guys to see this. How sick they are. How sick the Democrats are. They're extremely sick. Not only sick, they're dangerous. And I'm going to prove it. Just show the video. Let me see if the video repeats itself because it's very short. By the time I put it on here, it's going to. Let's see if it repeats itself because I just got it in too late. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at this filthy delivery guy. He should only be fired. He should be fined and in prison. Let's see if it repeats itself again. Let me see if the video repeats itself again because I just couldn't get it on time so you can see it. This pig from Amazon. Now I'm glad to see that because that way I won't order anymore from Amazon. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call Amazon. I'm going to say, hey, if you don't fire this guy who spit on a package, a delivery guy from your company, I'm not ordering one more thing anymore. Not only want him fired, I want him in prison. You see how deranged and evil these people are? Or is it me? Probably going to say, oh, you're Islamophobic. You're liberal phobic. You're this phobic. You're that phobic. I don't really care anymore. But it's true. Oh, wait a minute. There was more video. Let me just pass this. There's more videos. Yeah, I think there's 2 more here. Look at this guy. Check this one out. Wait a minute. This guy in a train licking the pole where you hang on to on the train. He's licking the pole. Look at this pig. Look at that. Look at that. That's liberalism. Michael Savage said, liberalism is a mental disorder. There you go, a mental disorder. That's there you go. That's an exact example of what a mental disorder looks like. I wish the police would have been available, hammering down with a nightstick. There you go. That's liberalism for you. There you go. That's liberalism. Those are the ones that vote for the communist movement in America, which is still called themselves the Democrat Party. I think there's another one here. Let me see. No, but I just want to show these two girls. I think they're licking toilet seats. There you go. These two girls, these two deranged, mentally sick girls licking toilet seats. Hey, you guys out there, how would you like to kiss a girl like this? Who was licking a seat, which was a French kisser. If I knew, before I married my wife, I knew my wife would have done something like that, I wouldn't be married today. But, you know, she got more sense than that anyway. We've been married for 43 years, and she's incredible. She's just a great woman. I know she wouldn't do something like that. I'm just saying. Let me go to another. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go to the videos. I'm going to try to. Okay. Well, let me put this one down because this is very important. This is huge, just like the title says. Second French study by Dr. Raoult finds hydrochloroquine and azithromycin help every patient in study group of 80 minus 1. In 80 minus 1. You know, that's a big deal. Who knows what happened with that one? Maybe that one had another condition or had complications. So out of 80, only one couldn't be helped. All the rest of the 80 did fine. You know, there's very how you call lifting our morale and very morale lifting. I'll put it that way. Sometimes I forget words. I just get these Joe Biden freezes once in a while with words. Part of the age. Talking about Joe Biden. Here's one on Joe Biden. Well, I'm going through that stage too.
Joe Biden approves his memory is shot after telling false, wild story on live TV. Before I get to that, if you are new here, tap that red subscribe button down below, then hit the notification bell so that you are the first to know when news breaks. Because I don't want you to miss out.
Before I go further, you know, all of us have fears and stresses. I'm willing to bet that one of them is probably about money. Now, since 2015, gold has been on the rise, but you still have time to get it before it's out of reach. Create your financial safety net by calling 877-646-5347 or hit the link down below to get the free investment guide. Check out Noble Gold at noblegoldinvestments.com today. Now, let's get back to the news.
100% Fed Up reports Joe Biden has a history of lying and plagiarism. He's getting away with repeatedly lying during his recent campaign appearances because the
he wants to be a lying chief, just like Obama. Obama told him a lot.
Anyone in their right mind would vote for Biden. Still, when the media lies and spins information about him, it's more believable that the American people are only seeing what the media wants them to see. This week was a different story. Biden hadn't been seen for several days during the CV crisis, but this week he finally made several appearances on different news networks. He was a disaster. One appearance further revealed that he could not remember specifics or timelines. He said that when he left the Senate, he became a professor. What?
And so there's a lot we can do, but when I left the United States Senate, I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. And I've spent a lot of time and the University of Delaware has the Biden School there as well. So I spent a lot of time on campus with college students, but it's not just...
Okay, not true. When he left the Senate, he became VP for 8 years. Biden was given a title made for him that was called Benjamin Franklin Presidential Practice Professor. The Philadelphia Inquirer reports that Biden collected over $371,000 in 2017 plus $540,000 in 2018 and early 2019 for a vaguely defined role that involved no regular classes and around a dozen public appearances on campus, mostly big ticketed events. Biden is losing his mind every single day. It's funny, but it's also sad. This man is literally not in a state to be president. But he's also a compulsive liar, so sometimes it's hard to know if he's lying or he just can't remember. This man has a long history of dishonesty, longer than anyone who's ever run for president, except maybe Hillary Clinton. Comment below, subscribe for updates, and if you like what we're doing here, give us a thumbs up, explore the links in our description, and please share this report on your social networks. This is the Next News Network. I'm Maggie Vandenberg, in for Gary.
You know, I just wonder how would anybody not only would like to vote, would want to vote for Joe Biden for president, but how would anybody would want to vote Democrat again? The party has turned communist. It's now officially the CPUSA of the United States, no longer the Democrat Party. So, you know, that alone, anybody who want to vote, they're voting for the suicide. They want to commit suicide. Because in communism, millions of people die. They die due to hunger. They die to the lack of food, hunger, to lack of medicine, to brutality, terrorism acts, mass executions, and not even people who will kiss the rear of the communists will survive. Not even those, not even hardcore communists, because it was proven during the ex-Soviet Union by Joseph Stalin. Stalin had people executed, even those that were extremely loyal to him. So if you want to vote Democrat, you better think about it twice. I want you to hear this from the Democrats. Democrats, this is from the Blaze.
Mommy, what happened to Grandma? Well, today she died so that the S&P 500 wouldn't fall below its 90-day moving average.
There is apparently money to be found when the financial markets are going bad.
Yeah, it's funny how when white folks are suffering, we find a way to deliver and cut checks for people.
We're going to have an opportunity, I believe, in the next round here to use my green economy, my Green Deal, to be able to generate both economic growth and consistent with the kind of infusion of monies we need into the system to keep keep it going.
There is a political danger of overreaching here, and I think that's what you're seeing play out on the Senate floor, where Democrats are being criticized for things like including cancellation of student debt, which you could argue is not a part of the coronavirus crisis.
That's fair. That he could open it up. What is your opinion? But if you could talk more deeply about the connection between climate change and the growth of these viruses.
We, the people, we hold these truths, etc. Sounds corny, but it's real.
This pandemic, the global migration crisis, so many other things are actually all effects, of this great acceleration that we've been seeing for the last 30 years. That is, since starting in about 1990.
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what.
Let us not forget that COVID-19 is a gender crisis. Nurses, nurse aides, teachers, child carers, and early childhood educators, aged care workers, and cleaners are mostly women.
We have folks in Rikers who are also starting to organize their own strikes, and that they are not leaving their facilities. They are not going to their labor assignments, which we shouldn't even have mandatory labor assignments where prisoners are paid slave wages.
Here's the thing. It's not a question of if the economic shutdown is absolutely brutal for Americans, for our fellow citizens, for our economy. Of course it is. It's just that those on the right in the business world talking to Donald Trump are just misreading what the choices are right now. There is no option to just let everyone go back out and go back to normal if a pandemic rages across the country and infects 50% of the population and kills a percentage point at the low end of those infected and also melts down all the hospitals.
I don't know, it's like watching a yo-yo. I shouldn't have said it that way. It's like watching
It feels that way. I want to ask. It's okay.
Have you been tested for the coronavirus?
No, I have not been tested for the coronavirus. I've had, thank God, no symptoms that I'm aware of. Doesn't mean that can't happen.
For the next round of primaries, including...
I've not talked to any individual. Excuse me.
You're supposed to cough into your elbow. I don't know, sir. I learned that actually covering your White House.
Actually, that's true, but fortunately, I'm alone in my home, but that's okay.
There you go, Democrat. You want to vote Democrat? Go ahead. There you go. He has no coronavirus. And go to the next one. A comedy should be. There should be a conservative comedy, and then Saturday Night Live, Night Live, conservative. Saturday Night Live, conservative Night Live, instead of Saturday Night Live, which has turned the communists. Let's see the next one here. I'm gonna put this last one. There's some more videos. Go to my blog by writing down my name, Eduardo Rodriguez. I pledge allegiance to the flag. But I'm gonna put this last one down. This one is good.
LOL. Michael Avenatti in prison receives a brutal message from Trump. Before I get to that, if you are new here, tap that red subscribe button down below, then hit the notification bell so that you are the first to know when news breaks. Colin Rugg from Trending Politics reports creepy porn lawyer Michael Avenatti, who once represented porn star Stormy Daniels, is now begging to be released from jail as he awaits his
No,
trial,
you're gonna stay there.
stating that he must be released so he doesn't get
No,
CBD.
you won't.
On Wednesday of last week, Avenatti asked a federal judge to be released on bail, alleging that he was vulnerable to the virus because of his cellmate. His cellmate has been with him the entire time, so I'm not entirely sure that this makes sense. On Sunday, however, Greg Jarrett reported that the plea was unsuccessful. A federal
Good.
judge in Santa Ana, California, has rejected a plea from convicted lawyer Michael Avenatti to be released from jail because of the risk he could contract the CV, Jarrett reported. President Trump responded to to the news in a tweet on Tuesday by sarcastically saying, "Gee, that's too bad. Such a fine guy," wrote the president. Presidential aspirations, you know. Avenatti, who was convicted in February on extortion charges after the FBI reported him trying to strong-arm Nike into paying him tens of millions of dollars to not go public with what he claimed was damning evidence of illegal activity by the shoe and clothing giant. Avenatti has been in custody since January after prosecutors said he hid
Let him
$1
rot.
million from his creditors, violating federal and state laws. Friendly reminder, Michael Avenatti was the media darling of MSNBC and CNN and appeared on those fake news networks 229 times. The media was praising him as the face of the Democrat Party, and he was a future
He is the face of the
presidential candidate.
Democrat Party.
You're not going to find
Not
those
kidding.
networks